Whoa. Hey, I hope you're ready to see American Idol finalists perform. And of course, some of the most innovative conversation you'll ever hear in daytime television. Your 2023 and 2024 Emmy Award winning television hosts, Mark and Kelly. I hope you enjoy. Oh, it's episode 126. Cue the music. Yes, cue no no, cue the music now. Cue the music. Hold on. Hey, am I cueing the music? And now. Yes, I think it's working. Oh wait, it's still paused. And
Trust.
cue the music.
Watch your ABC 7
No, don't watch the weather team. And cue the music. Ah, see? Perfect.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, award-winning actor Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh, I love her.
And from the comedy About My Father, Leslie Bibb. Also, we want you to let us know which American Idol top finalists should perform one more time in the live studio. All that on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Marcus Miller. Welcome. It's Monday, May 22nd, 2023. Abrupt end to the applause.
Yes. I like that. It's a nice way to start our Monday.
Yes.
It is Monday, yes? Yeah, okay, good. We had a beautiful weekend this
Oh
didn't
my
we?
gosh, we had a busy
We
weekend.
had a busy weekend.
Gorgeous.
We went to go see, guys, if you're in New York and you're visiting, or if you're not, if you're just a resident here, you got to go see Sweeney Todd. So good. Annalie Ashford,
good.
Josh Groban.
Annalie Ashford.
Yeah.
Fucking, this guy's pissing me off. He's becoming such a fucking promotion whore. He just sits there and fucking starts to just assume that everyone's gonna fucking want to listen to Mark Consuelos and his New York City recommendation. You guys, everyone loves me and is gonna do what I say because that's how fucking like famous I am, right? Oh, you guys got to listen to my wife's podcast. You guys got to check out the show. You got to go to this restaurant. Trust me, I'm the guy that knows everything, and everyone will believe me. You guys got to go check this out. Fuck you. I ain't checking out shit. Why don't you check out your asshole?
Yes.
It is Monday, yes? Yeah, okay, good.
Try not to get stuck kissing your own ass.
We had a
bitch.
beautiful weekend this
Oh
didn't
my
we?
gosh, we had a busy weekend.
We had a busy weekend.
Gorgeous.
We went to go see, guys, if you're in New York and you're visiting, or if you're not, if you're just a resident here, you got to go see Sweeney Todd. So good. Annalie Ashford,
good.
Josh Groban.
Annalie Ashford
Yeah.
is just a genius. Josh Groban. They are my new favorite super couple.
Gaten Matarazzo
Yes.
was fantastic
They're
from
just
Stranger
amazing.
Things.
The whole cast.
It was
amazing.
really, really great.
Josh is going to be here next
Amazing.
week.
It's all amazing. They're all
I
so
can't wait.
great.
We went, and the city was bustling Saturday night.
Ooh.
Those restaurants that are along Broadway for the shows, people are getting out and going to, because there's restaurants people go to before the shows. It was packed.
This was Joaquin's birthday present. Joaquin turned 20 in February, but he was still in school. He was in Michigan, so
He wanted to see this play.
he wanted to see this play more than anything, and so he finally got his birthday present.
So we're sitting there. We have great seats. The set is beautiful. There's smoke. It's just the setting is right. And there's 2-3 seats in front of us. No one's sitting there yet. I'm like, what are the chances? Maybe because I'm not that tall.
No. I said it. I said 3 tall people are going to sit right here.
And here they come.
Here they come.
And this young man this young man. He must have been in his early 20s with his girlfriend and her parents, I think, right? They seemed like they was her parents.
I believe that they were siblings and parents, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I think they were siblings.
No. I noticed, I'm a guy. I noticed the interaction. It was not this is my sister interaction.
No. That was his sister, and I'll tell you
Listen,
why.
if you were sitting in front of us at some time.
I bet the reason he doesn't think that they were brother and sister, and he doesn't want to say it on TV, is because he doesn't think they look like they were related. I think he looks at their skin tone, their skin color, and their face, and he says they don't look the same. They look too different to be related. Not even considering they might be adopted. Okay, come on, just saying.
And here they come.
Here they come.
And this young man, he must have been in his early 20s with his girlfriend and her parents, I think, right? They seemed like they was her parents.
I believe that they were siblings and parents, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I think they were siblings.
No. I noticed, I'm a guy. I noticed the interaction. It was not this is my sister interaction.
No. That was his sister, and I'll tell you
Listen,
why.
if you were sitting in front of us at some time, maybe. I'm a guy. I noticed the interaction. It was not this is my sister interaction.
No. That was his sister, and I'll tell you
Listen,
why.
if you were sitting in front of us at some time.
I want to look at this reaction, or what do you
I think,
think?
right? They seemed like they was her parents.
Here,
I
how does he know?
believe that they were siblings and parents, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I think they were siblings.
No. I noticed, I'm a guy. I noticed the interaction. It was not this is my sister interaction.
No. That was his sister, and I'll tell you
Listen,
why.
if you were sitting in front of us at some time, maybe today, tomorrow, write in, let us know, were you related?
They were siblings.
You know how you could tell if the guy was talking to her, and if the guy was talking to the girl and got within 3 inches of her face, that's not his sister, because no brother is going to tell something to his sister and put his lips within 2 inches or 3 inches from her ear or anything. He's just going to turn her head and maybe whisper something, right? But he's not going to get close. Here, I'll show you. Say I'm the guy. If this is the girl, right? If this is her face, hi, and this is my girlfriend, or the girl, we don't know if it's sister. If I got to tell her, if I'm going to say, my line is, I hope this play isn't more than 3 hours long. If it's my sister, maybe I'll whisper, but I'll be like, I hope this play isn't. I'll be like, I hope this play isn't 3 hours long. I hope this play isn't more than 3 hours long. But if it's my girlfriend, I'm going to say, I hope this play isn't more than 3 hours long. I'd be like, make sure you go to the bathroom. Make sure you go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? There you go. That's how he'd know. If he got close and said, I've really been looking forward to seeing this. If he leans forward, if he does the lean, if it's his sister, he's not going to his sister and saying, hey, I'm going to kick your ass in Super Mario Kart. That's not going to happen. So it's all about the lean. If he leans in when he talks to his girlfriend, if it's sister, he's just going to turn his head. That's how you know.
And I'll tell you why. Why would she put her boyfriend next to her parents?
Because the parents demanded and said, I want to talk to this young man. Maybe it was a first date.
I noticed, I'm a guy. I noticed the interaction. It was not this is my sister.
Or here, I'll even say this. Maybe it was the boy's parents. Do you ever think about that? Why are you so quick to assume with 100% confidence that it was the girl and the girl's parents with her boyfriend? Maybe it was the parents and their son and their parents' son's girlfriend. Come on, Kelly.
Interaction.
No. That was his sister.
You're prejudiced.
If you were sitting in front
You're
of us
prejudiced.
maybe today, tomorrow, write in, let us know, were you related?
They were siblings, and I'll tell you why. Why would she put her boyfriend next to her parents? I rest my case. Thank you. Thank you.
Come on,
Thank
Mark.
you, America.
She wanted.
America has
Come on, Mark. The answer is, how do you know that the parents? How do you know that the girl was the child of the parents? Maybe it was the boy sitting next to his parents. Come on.
voted, and I am right.
That's stupid. First of all, he's so weak. He's this guy.
Why? Why would she put her boyfriend next to her parents?
Maybe the parents weren't the parents of the girl.
I rest my case. Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe it was the
Thank you,
boy's
America.
parents.
America has voted, and I am right again.
I wish she didn't, because she was petite, and
She was
he
petite.
was at least 6'5".
We've decided he's 6 feet 7 inches.
As he sat in front of me, I made this noise. And he turned around and looked at me, and he clearly a very intelligent guy, because he had a large head. And the head, so he would go this way, so I'd go
We're
this
like
way.
this the whole time.
And then 3 seconds later, we're like windshield wipers. But it's an amazing show. If you're in New York, please go see it. It's such a fantastic
Please?
show.
Oh, so she said please. Because who doesn't want to disappoint Mark Consuelos?
Showwise saw the original, and you said this is, yeah. It's rare that you one
the revival
goes beyond.
Yeah, it's great. We have great weather this week, and then it's going to be a little, obviously for the weekend, for the Memorial Day weekend, it's going to be a little.
Giving us what we deserve on the weekend.
I'm really excited because we go to Albert Bianchini. Our dear friend Albert Bianchini has this thing every Memorial Day weekend. It's called Sausage Fest. I don't like it.
By the way,
I don't like it.
I don't know anybody that enjoys sausage fest.
No. Last year it poured and it rained, and it's calling for mostly cloudy, but it could be showers, right?
Yeah, out there's more chance of showers. Yeah, they're called.
I think he undercooks the sausage. I think he does, because you can get trichinosis from pork, right?
The sausages, I will say, are from Peconic Prime Meats, and they are excellent sausages.
They are.
Just want to point that
But
out.
I'm going to bring a thermometer. I'm going to make sure it's cooked.
I don't need sausage. I only eat the buns that Gelman shed. Because Gelman will stack 6 or 7
Are you coming to
sausages
Sausage
on top
We're
of a
gonna
house.
stop by.
You gonna stop by?
Yeah, sure.
The Gelmans always swing by.
It kicks off the summer out there in the.
It's the
Long
Met
Island.
Gala of Long Island.
Free food and free sausage.
If the Met Gala had a fire pit and people gathered around huddling under a singular umbrella. Freezing.
Freezing. Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend.
Because it's about 10 degrees cooler out there.
Every year I turn to you, and what do I say on Memorial Day weekend? I say to Mark Consuelos, why do we live here? We could live anywhere. Why the Northeast? Why every Memorial Day we freeze? Are you from the Northeast? Who here is from the Northeast? And every week before Memorial Day, we get this
Gorgeous.
better
Oh, it's gorgeous.
weather
Yeah.
forecast where it's going to be in the 70s and 80s and sunshine. But then, just in time for the weekend, what happens? It drops 35 degrees. The umbrellas come out, and you sit inside, staring outside, thinking, why?
Why do we live?
Why do I live here?
So then go to Florida. Start going to Florida. The question is, why do you repeat the same mistake for 25 years in a row? You know, go to the Hamptons, right? It's still cold. It's all going to be cold. You know what? Plan in advance. I don't know why. You have the ability to do whatever the hell you want, and you're complaining because you're lazy. Look at those faces, weird faces.
Side thinking, why?
Why do we live
Why do I live here? For all of my life.
Because that's where the money
Big
is.
sports weekend.
That's where you make your
me this
millions.
weekend. My team, I follow this team. Man City, from the English Premier League, won their 3rd title in a row. That's soccer, babe. It's soccer.
Yes, I know because I like to watch, you know, all of the repeats of Succession leading up to Succession.
Gosh.
But Mark controls the universal I don't know.
Yeah.
He changes my channel in the middle of me watching.
And they
Succession.
clinched by the other team not winning. before they had to play on the weekend. So I think they played on Sunday. So Saturday, the other team, Arsenal, they lost, and so they celebrated. That's kind of like
They lost, but they celebrated.
Arsenal lost. By them losing, they mathematically already won the league, so they celebrated before they even had to play on Sunday.
Oh, amazing! Yeah. That's a relief, right? It's like winning an Emmy beforehand.
Yeah, it's like that people dropped out.
Yes, all the other contestants decided to forfeit this year.
That's right.
Which is the only way we would win an Emmy, is if the other contestants
Postponed this year. Yeah.
They are postponed?
Yes,
year.
they are.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
okay. But are they still doing them? I mean, they're going to.
I
We'll
assume
see.
so, yes.
We'll see. It doesn't matter.
It's very similar to a baseball, to the end of the baseball season when a team wins their division by the second place team losing. Meaning, if you're in the lead by a few games, and your magic number, which means the games that you win or the second place person has to lose before they're mathematically eliminated, it's almost like, either you win or your opponent has to lose, but your opponent plays like first, and they lose during the daytime, or the night before they lose when you have the day off. And then since they lost, there's no way that they could win the rest of their games and win the division. So they lose, and then you clinched, but then you got to go play. And then when you win, technically you could celebrate, but you won the night before. So it doesn't matter if you win or lose because the team that's chasing you in second place lost. So the question is, did they win? Did they win the next game? That's what I'd like to know. Can you figure that out? Like they celebrated the day before because they knew they won because Arsenal lost, but did they? First of all, did they play the game anyways? And if they did they play all the bench players, like all the players that average like 5 or 15 minutes a game? Do they put the scrubs in the whole game and say, go have fun, we already won? Or do you still want to go out and kick the crap out of like Arsenal by like 5 goals? Because now you have good players. You might risk injuring them for next year when it's not necessary to play them. So I'm curious if Manchester played the next game. And if they did they play their starters? And if they did play their starters, did they win? Knowing that they celebrated, like, do you go out and get drunk and not care if you wake up hungover and can't play at the best? Or do you say, we'll celebrate, but no alcohol? Like, that's the question. Put in the comment section. If you knew you won the championship the night before the championship game because your opponent lost, do you drink and celebrate, or do you not drink and celebrate and wait till after the Sunday game? Put in the comment section.
The other contestants.
Postponed this year. Yeah.
They are postponed?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
okay. But are they still doing them?
Because of the writers?
I
We'll
assume
see.
so, yes.
We'll see. It doesn't matter, especially.
Yeah. I'm sure. Like,
Hey, do you remember the year we lost in a 3-way tie?
yeah.
That was my favorite year ever.
Everyone was nominated, including
They literally
us, and it's
said,
a tie.
will everyone except for Regis and Kelly come to the stage? And I was like, you can't make this up. But it was fun to just be nominated.
An honor.
There's 4 nominees, and it was a 3-way tie, except for Regis and Kelly. You guys came in last, like no one likes you. I know the writers are on strike, but don't tell me the producers can't sit there and write their own show. They might not be able to write jokes. They could come up with some silly jokes, but here's the thing. They could find a host, and they could write. How hard is it to write? And the nominees are, and the winner is, what a great year we've had. There's a lot of people nominated. This show is nominated. This show has the most nominations. We look forward to this and this. All right, and our first presenter is. That's it. Are you telling me all the presenters are striking? Are not gonna work the Emmys in support of the writers' protest? Because if you could find presenters, you could write a whole Emmys and just don't have any jokes. Try your best with lame jokes, but you don't have to postpone it. Because if you're postponing it, that shows weakness and vulnerability to the negotiation negotiation table. Because you're saying that something as simple as the Emmys, producers can't even write, and that's how bad we need you. Because we don't even know how to add double-digit numbers, and we need our calculus teachers. You know what I mean? If you're saying, look, we can't even write the Emmys, we got to postpone it, you're basically showing the writers how bad we are and how much we need you. It shows how not inconsiderate. I don't know, how stupid. I can't think of the word. I'm stoned. It's how stupid they are. Inculpable. That's not
And I was like, you can't make this up. But it was fun to just be nominated.
An honor. And one more sports thing before I go, and I have to mention this. We're big wrestling fans, and Michigan wrestling to be exact.
Yes.
And both Adam Kuhn and Mason Paris won their matches this weekend, so they'll come to New York in a few weeks to try to make the Olympic team.
I know, it's
Congratulations! Go blue! Go blue!
Mason, the sweetest of all the wrestlers.
We should
in the
have him
land.
on the show.
Oh, 100%.
He's 6'4",
Gilman.
6'5".
Gilman.
Wow.
We
That's
should
big for a
have
wrestler.
Mason wrestle Mark. Please, I beggeth of you.
Are you
I
in the
don't
same
ask-
weight class?
We're not in the same weight class. He's a heavyweight.
Oh,
He's a big dude. He's
Yeah,
a
but
big dude.
you've
take him.
been watching a lot of
I've
wrestling.
been watching a lot.
Yeah.
So you know
Yeah.
psychologically the ins and outs of how to get on that.
Sure.
And America wants to see you in a singlet, don't we?
Not gonna wear a singlet.
You gotta wear a singlet.
No, not
Oh, 100%.
No.
A singlet, the
That's how you
headgear,
wrestle.
the whole
Otherwise,
thing.
it doesn't count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise.
No, this is an exhibition. Exhibition.
Yeah, but
So it's
exhibition.
It's not exhibitionist. It's exhibition.
Lola had her second graduation.
Yes, she did.
I forgot. The reason I bring this up is because Billy Crudup gave the commencement address, and he was amazing.
In my estimation, Billy is one of the best actors of our generation.
100%.
He slides under the radar a lot. He wins awards, but he's such a great actor. He's a buddy. He gave the commencement speech.
The charisma
Oozes.
out because he got his
MFA from NYU.
NYU.
Yeah.
But there's certain things that can't be taught, and Billy has that thing that can't be taught. Charisma.
That's right.
First of all, just him walking in was charismatic. And just the way he spoke to the young people, the students starting out, and the way he sort of told them, like, I am not a student. I'm not a scholar. I bounced around in schools a lot. And he had a lot of failures before his successes. And it's
But the one thing that his grandfather and father instilled in him, you have to finish.
You have to finish.
Well, for him, it was important to finish, and he instilled in that and why he thinks it's important to finish.
Yeah, and it was a great story. And I think so many of those kids were looking for that thing where you're going to try and you're going to fail, but you got to finish. You got to finish what you started. And it was I think, in a world of I think commencement speeches run the gamut. You hear a lot of people tell these stories of, I don't know, they just seem so also impossible, right?
Yeah.
It's like the impossible dream and the impossible this and the impossible that. And Billy was like, look, everything is possible as long as you finish.
Yeah, he started.
You just have to finish.
Yeah, he started with a 1.7 GPA his first year.
Right. Yeah.
and he was in North Carolina. He had to have lunch once a week with his grandfather. And he tells about these stories of every week what his grandfather would say to him. It wasn't so nice.
Really funny.
It wasn't so
Really funny. Can't say it.
He ended up making the dean's list at the end, and obviously he's Billy Crudup now.
Yeah, and now he's Billy Crudup. But it was a really great. It was great just to
see a buddy up there doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then the speaker, the student representative.
Again, we're in good hands.
We're in good hands, but I said, when we were leaving, I said, hey, that was a really great speech. This kid, again, had this thing. He's a drama student, right? And I said to myself, he's going to be on our show someday. This kid will be on our show
I hope that's
someday. And I will be, I mean, not me, who the next version of me will say, I will send Gelman
Gelman's going to be here still?
the photo, and I'll be like,
Gelman, you're going to Palm Springs. You can go to Palm Springs at some
Palm
point.
Springs?
yes.
I'll visit during, the vacation time.
Yeah, the vacation time.
Yeah.
But I will send you the photo, and I'll
I'll
say,
be like,
I
oh,
saw
yeah.
her. Yes, Kelly
saw her first.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, also, before we wrap this up, is there was an American Idol winner last night.
Oh, I know.
I Am Pongi wins American Idol.
Yeah.
The 21st season.
Is it Ian or Ian?
Yeah, he's coming up.
Ian? Ian. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's Ian.
Yeah.
It's Ian.
Yeah.
He's going to be here tomorrow? Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, last night Ryan was. Maybe you were sleeping.
No, he
Ryan,
And isn't it interesting? Remember, if you remember watching the American Idol like previews before the first episode of tryouts, before the show the season even started, they kept on showing this guy Io or whatever his name is, the Hawaiian kid. They really focused on him and his story coming out and saying that his father had just died like weeks before. And he was only trying out because his dad wanted him to, and this was a dedication to his father, and he was singing on his ukulele. And they played it so much, they just made it seem like this is a sob story that like you're going to want to watch our auditions. Just like this is one of the examples of why you're going to want to watch auditions is they didn't even make it seem like he was the winner. Plus, they didn't know because it's live. But they seem like it's almost like they said this guy's not going to win because they said, look, even if you don't like, not only are you going to watch because you're going to hear great singers, but you're going to hear, even from all the people, all the losers, you're going to hear great stories. And so even if you don't hear great singing, you're going to hear great stories. And they were almost like, this guy's good, but this is one of the guys that has a great story and it's inspirational. And it seemed like, and then for him to actually go out and end up winning when they just marketed him as like this poor guy who lost his dad, and what an inspirational, sad story to get your tear ducts going. And then he ends up winning. And it makes me think when they really focused on him being the number one guy preseason to like put in the commercials, did that make the fan base and to make all the callers kind of like get together online and kind of like vote for him to make him win just because he was the commercial guy? But here's the thing. They don't choose who goes to Hollywood, and they don't choose who gets into like the top 32 or whatever. In fact, I don't even think America starts voting until the top 12. So he had to get to the top 12 on his own cognizance and his talent. But once he was in the top 12, I think it was a conspiracy, and America was all voting for him just to make sure the guy from the commercials won, and because they feel sorry for him. Plus, America, I don't know if you know this, America does not want the best singer to win American Idol because the contract they make you sign to be on the show is such a terrible deal. It is so the opposite of in favor for the artist. Ask Kelly Clarkson if you get a chance. I think you can email her at kellyclarkson@gmail.com. But the contract is so lopsided. It's actually better for you to come in second place or to make the top 12 and get eliminated. You know what I mean? Because when you're put in a position where it's either you don't go on the show or you go on the show, but you have to sign a contract that gives us like all this money and all this power over your career, and we have to tell you what to do, and you have to do all this stuff. It's really terrible. And that's why you see people dropping out. You see people dropping out once they get to the top 24, top 20, and they get enough TV exposure, their social media numbers grow, and they start getting into like doors start opening for them where either they're able to get meetings with big people or big people start contacting them. That's all they really want is the exposure. And once they're able to make their own music and start, working with good producers and songwriters, and they become like internet famous, they could take it from there. And that's why they quit. They're like, look, the show did its job and did what it was supposed to do. It put me on TV. It gave me a platform. It gave me exposure. And now that I have a fan base, that's all I need. I don't need to win. In fact, I don't want to win. The minute you get like that rise from like 8,000 TikTok followers or like 8,000 Instagram followers, and all of a sudden over the course of a couple of weeks, it shoots up to like 300,000, you're good. You could say, bye-bye, I quit. I don't want to win. And this poor guy, his life is going to be ruined by winning, because winning American Idol isn't good for you. It isn't the same it was the first 5-6 years. The last like 10, 12 years, Whoever wins American Idol disappears off the face of the earth because they're so contractually bounded to basically be a freaking like Prince was, like a slave,
Yeah.
a musical slave. You know, you're like
I will send you
bound.
the photo and I'll say,
be like,
I
oh,
saw.
yeah.
Yes, Kelly
saw her first.
Yes, exactly.
Hey,
Sorry.
also,
Sorry, wrong button. The music company and the television show all hold you hostage, and you end up giving so much of your money away, and you have no control. Trust me, the person that finishes in like 75th place might have a better shot at having a successful.
I will say.
And the person that finishes in 75th place and like is on like the first like 8 or 10 episodes has a better chance of having a successful career than the winner of American Idol. Because American Idol, they want to make you this like American Idol, you know, some crap that was around in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Be on our show someday. This kid will be on our
not
show
good.
Yeah, I hope that's
someday, and I will be. I mean, not me. Who the next version of me will say? I will send Gelman. I will send Gelman.
Gelman's gonna be here still?
The photo, and I'll be like,
Gelman, you're
Live
gonna
in
prop
Palm
me up.
Springs. You're living in Palm Springs at some
Palm
point.
Springs?
yes.
I'll visit during, the vacation time.
Yeah, the vacation time.
Yeah.
But I will send you the photo, and I'll
I'll
say,
be like,
I
oh,
saw.
yeah.
Yes, Kelly
saw her first.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, also, before we wrap this up, is there was an American Idol winner last night.
Oh, I know.
I Am Pongi wins American Idol.
Yeah.
The 21st season.
Is it Ian or Ian?
Yeah, he's coming up.
Ian? Ian. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's Ian.
Yeah.
It's Ian.
Yeah.
He's going to be here tomorrow? Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, last night Ryan was. Maybe you were sleeping.
No, he
Ryan was-
texted during Succession.
I know. We didn't want
We're
to
not
tell
going
him
to
we
talk
were
about
watching
Succession.
Succession.
Don't worry, we're not going to tell you what happens. We're not
Thank
going
you.
to talk about it, but it's so good. It's so depressing. It's so depressing that there's one more episode left.
I still don't believe it. I'm in denial, and I still believe that somehow they will come to their senses, and there will be a follow-up season to
Or a movie.
Succession.
Or a movie.
So
Yeah, maybe a
stay
couple years, a
tuned
movie.
here for the 5th season of Succession. When it starts. In my mind. In my mind. We've got a huge show today. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is.
And Leslie Bibb is also here. All right, what time is it?
We quote her from
Yes,
Talladega Nights constantly.
Do a quote from Talladega Nights.
I'm a driver's wife. I don't work. I say it constantly.
I want her to say it when she comes out.
Yeah, she has to say it.
All right, it's time for Lives Grow For It Spring Trivia.
Jack Stahl from California. And is that a real dog?
Yes, that's a real dog. Yeah, it's a real dog. Hey, listen, if you want to get a chance to win $2,500 in cash or a great weekly prize, the Roomba i3 Plus from iRobot, just record your best dance moves.
All
and
right, look at that. Just an advertising slut. Oh, wait a minute. I want to dance with my dog. Where's my dog?
Driver's wife. I don't work. I say it constantly.
I want her to say it when she comes out.
Yeah, she has to say it.
All right, it's time for Lives Grow For It Spring Trivia.
Everybody. Oh, God. Just terrible. Who dances in a closet? Oh, great. Nope. You know what? I'm done dancing. Fuck this. Just here. quit this shit. Fucking dancing and shit. No, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck
Time for
you.
lives. Grow for it.
I got your grow for it. I'm gonna grow my fucking sunflower and stick it in your culo. Your big orange pumpkin.
Jack Stahl from California. And is that a real dog?
Yes, that's a real dog. Yeah, it's a real dog. Hey, listen, if you want to get a chance to win $2,500 in cash or a great weekly prize, the Roomba i3 Plus from iRobot, just record your best dance moves and then enter live with kellyandmark.com. Let's say hello to Lauren Salters from Dewey Rose, Georgia, who watches on WSB. Hey. Good morning. Uh-oh. How's it going? I can hear you a little bit. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right. We're going to play a little game with you. You know about this game?
Yes, I do.
All right. You've given us two statements. One's true, one's false. We have to choose the one that's true. If you stump us, you get this.
It's like being at the auto show, you know, where the new car is revealed. My gosh.
All right. Here are your two statements, Lauren. I've been skydiving 3 times, or my son was born on the 4th of July.
Okay, Lauren, explain to us why you would skydive
All
more
right.
than
Just put it in this in the comment section. My first impression guess is that her son was born on the 4th of July. That's just my first impression guess, because I don't know why skydiving could be 4 times or 1 time.
Skydiving 3 times.
Plus, skydiving is something you need to know a lot about to lie about. So that could be the truth. So ask her grill her on those, because it's gonna. If you've never gone skydiving, it's gonna be hard to lie, to make up lies about that. The born on the 4th of July, you could have a son that was born on October 1st, and you could just basically say all the facts about your son being born and just say it was summer. So that's an easier lie. But I'm going to say that the skydiving is the lie, because she has been skydiving. And here's the thing. The skydiving, she's going to be able to sell it because she has been skydiving and she is knowledgeable, and they'll believe it. But she hasn't been 3 times. She's been like 4 times, or she's been 8 times. It's not the skydiving that's the lie. It's the number of times that's the lie. That's my first impression guess. I'm so excited.
a new car is revealed. My gosh.
All right, here are your two statements, Lauren. I've been skydiving 3 times, or my son was born on the 4th of July.
Okay, Lauren, explain to us why you would skydive more than once.
The first time, I kind of had a little bit of a crash landing, and so I thought I could do it a little better.
What do you mean by that, crash landing? What do you mean?
Like, I landed and I was okay, but because you have to do it in tandem for your first few times, and we just kind of, you're supposed to put your legs up, and I didn't get my legs up right, and so we kind of rolled.
Okay, and what was his name?
I have no idea.
Okay, and then the second 2 times, tell me about those 2 times.
I landed perfect because I learned the trick. He told me that I needed to lift off his feet.
Was it the same guy?
No, it wasn't. He wasn't there either time I went back.
Okay.
And the big takeaway when you skydive, what's
Look
the
at
big?
that. They're just focusing on skydiving because you can. It's easy to lie about your son being born. That's a waste of time. That's very smart. I'm going to tell you, just simply based on her quickness when they said, "What's his name?" She said, "I don't know." She didn't hesitate to admit she didn't know something. She's like, "Look, I don't know." That was enough. I'm going to change my answer and say that she has been skydiving 3 times is the truth. But like I said, wait a minute. My initial guess was that the skydiving wasn't the lie. It was the amount of times. So now, of course she's going to say, I don't remember the guy's name, because that's the truth. And everything about rolling over, that's the truth. But she's been skydiving more than 3 times. All right, I change my change, and I'm going to stick with the original first impression and say that the skydiving number of times is the lie, but that's going to get the X. That's what I say.
And then the second 2 times, tell me about those 2 times.
I landed perfect because I learned the trick. He told me that I needed to like lift off his feet.
Was it the same guy?
No, it wasn't. He wasn't there either time I went back.
Okay.
And the big takeaway, when you skydive, what's the big takeaway?
Do a flip when you jump off the plane.
Look at how we didn't even ask a single question about your son being born.
No one cares.
Okay, we can't ask any more questions. I am stunned. I think the true statement is...
Wait. You don't want to deliberate?
Let's deliberate.
I mean, there's no way we cannot prove.
If you jumped out of an airplane, right? You, with your partner, your tandem guy who's in charge of your life for the first time, would you remember his name?
It would be Tom Cruise. That's the only way I would jump out.
So yes.
Because it would be Tom
name,
Cruise.
no? Or would you guys forget his name?
The first time I went was on my 18th birthday. It was a long time ago.
Oh. She's coming in for another. She's coming in for another double dip there. All right, here we go. I think the true statement is that your son was born on the 4th of July.
Yeah. I was just going to say, she's given information that no one asked for. That's like the biggest thing that seems to be a constant in all these liars. They're too fast with their talking. They're too aggressive. And they tell you information you didn't ask for. What day did you go to the museum? I went on Tuesday. It was in May. It was sunny. I woke up that morning and it was dark. And I thought it was going to rain. And then the sun came out and it didn't rain the whole day. No one asked you about the weather. Once she said 18, the first time I went, I was 18. That's where the light bulb went off in his head and said, no one asked you. You're being too aggressive. That's what confirmed his suspicions that that's the lie or changed his thought. But I think he was leaning that way too. Watch his head when she gives that information. And watch the face on his head.
The only way I would jump out.
So yes.
Because it would be Tom
name,
Cruise.
no? Or would you guys forget his name?
The first time I went was on my 18th birthday. It was a long time ago.
No one asked you. Look at him. Look.
Oh.
That's
She's
it.
coming in for another. She's coming in for another double dip there.
And she giggled out of nervousness. She's like, oh shit, I fucked up.
All right, here we go. I think the true statement is that. All right, here we go. I think the true statement is that your son was born on the 4th of July.
Oh, yes.
Lauren, you're good though.
But I really, that was a true story. I did go skydiving on my 18th birthday and we had a crash landing. I just never went again.
Yes, I got it.
Now that sounds like a smart decision. Well, you didn't win the mug, but you still have a chance to win a great prize. Deja's going to spin that wheel, see what else.
Whoa.
Okay, you're playing for $1,000 appliance package from Cuisinart. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Lauren, good luck.
All right, Lauren, on Friday's show, we talked with David Diggs. What instrument did David say he started to play when he was 9 years old?
Saxophone.
Yes.
All right, Lauren, congratulations. Thanks for playing with us.
Thank you so much.
You have a great day.
Y'all too.
All right.
Still ahead on Live. Leslie Bibb. The polls will open up for you to choose which finalist performs as the American Idol on.
Oh, isn't that nice?
And coming up next, Julia Louis.
Oh, look at that. Back when they were on cocaine. Oh my God.
Flavorful than fireful. Because in NOLA, we like to taste our food, not cry over it. We don't make sense. We make chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
She's played so many of our favorite iconic characters over the years. Please welcome Emmy Award-winning actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus. So I'm going to tell you a story, everybody. I saw Julia Louis-Dreyfus on the red carpet at the Academy Awards. It's going to sound very name-droppy so far, but I thought that your son was your husband. Do you remember that? I was like, oh, is this your And you were like, my son.
I know.
You stopped me from saying the word husband. Do you get that a lot?
No, but I'm delighted that you thought I would have such a young, handsome husband.
He is young and handsome,
Thank you.
but you seemed like such a nice couple.
Well, we are a nice couple. It was nice. We had a good time going together. It was really fun.
You got two sons.
We do.
Both,
yes.
both in the business of
Yes,
sports?
they're both, they are. They're both creative people.
Yep.
They're both actors. And my older son, the one that you met, is a musician, as well as being an actor. And he has music out right now. Henry Hall, you can listen to him on Spotify or wherever
What's
you
the
listen to
vibe?
him.
What's the vibe?
It's a very indie rocker. He's got a new single out called Suddenly a Kiss. It's kind of fabulous.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute. You're telling me that you're telling everyone that your son's song is fabulous? Get out of here. I would expect you to go on national TV and say, my son is a musician and he has a song right out. I don't like it. It's not that good, but you should listen to it. No. Oh, it's fabulous. Yeah. And of course, both her sons are actors. They're all actors. Why? Because I'm going to put them in projects and get them their SAG card, even though they don't give a damn. And it's a way to get, siphon them money and let them think they earned it. I'll give you like 1 day shooting in some film where you're just going to like basically have one line and I'll pay you $300,000 because I'm a producer. Yeah, your last son had a good acting job. He acted like a college basketball player, stealing an important spot on the Northwestern Wildcats from someone that actually probably deserves it and is way better than basketball. What was your first acting performance? Well, for 4 years, I performed and played the character of I played the fictional character of a 12th best basketball player on the Northwestern basketball school, right? And all your mom had to do was donate like $500 million. Not $500 million, I'm exaggerating, but she probably donated like $10 or $20 million, maybe even $50 million to go build to help build a new stadium for the football team, a new athletic facility and training center. And for all that money, they let her son dress up as a basketball player and basically take up a roster spot and practice, travel, and do everything with the basketball team and like never played. I think he played a total of like maybe 15 or 20 minutes his whole 4-year career. He just sat on the bench and got to travel and pretend to be a basketball player. And then on like senior night, he like walks down in his basketball uniform down the court with his parents and they're all crying. The kid sucks. He didn't deserve it. They stole a spot. They bought a spot on the team. And he probably is going to sit there and think like, I'm pretty good. And they're probably telling their friends, my son's pretty good at basketball. You know, he was on the Northwestern basketball team that went to the tournament. Yeah. Did he play? No. Look it up. Look up his stats. She basically bought it.
It's a very indie rocker. He's got a new single out called Suddenly a Kiss. It's kind of fabulous.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Suddenly a Kiss.
Suddenly a Kiss.
By Henry Hall. Download it now.
Yes.
Was he the basketball player?
No, my younger son.
Now, let me ask you, how much of this song did he write? Now, I'm not asking you how much of this song are you claiming he wrote, right? But how much did he actually write and how many people helped him? Because I know that you could have people write the song and then you'll pay them money to sign over the rights. And then Henry Hall is listed as the songwriter. So instead of the songwriter collecting royalties, we'll just pay you a flat like $3 million fee or a flat out like $1.25 million payment, and in exchange for the rights. And then basically, he has an idea, and then all these songwriters write the song. They get paid. He gets the credit, and all of a sudden now it's his song, it's his face, it's his album. But he wrote like 10% of the song, and the other people that did all the work are paid and signed an NDA and took a payment to shut up and let Henry Hall not believe, he knows, but to let him publicly take the credit to help boost his reputation as being like a credible songwriter, a singer-songwriter in the world, right?
Suddenly a Kiss by Henry Hall. Download it now.
Yes.
Was he the basketball player?
No, my younger son is a basketball player. He played at Northwestern D1.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did he actually play, or was he just on the roster? Because there's a difference. Like, I'm going to look up his stats. You tell me right now, how many points did he average? Like 0.2 a game? Did he score a basket? Was he like the Down syndrome kid that, like, at the end of the game when there were 4 seconds left, they put out and everyone parted like the Red Sea and let him like dribble, and like shoot it like from, 4 feet away. And if he hit the rim, everyone cheered. That's Elaine Bennis's son. We have to clap for him.
No, my younger son is a basketball player. He played at Northwestern D1.
Big Ten.
Big
Did you
Ten.
go to the games?
Yes.
Did you love that? We have a D1 athlete as well.
You do?
At
Where?
Michigan.
Oh, my God.
A wrestler. We're not basketball players.
Got it.
Yeah. It's fun to go watch that stuff.
There's nothing I love more.
Didn't you go to Northwestern as well?
I went to Northwestern as well. And then when Charlie was at Northwestern, they made it into the tournament. And we got to go to the tournament, which is like mind-blowing. Yeah.
There's something about seeing your kids do something special like that. Is like.
Did you watch him play, or did you just watch him sit on the bench?
Mind-blowing.
Yeah. There's something about seeing your kids do something special like that. Is like, it takes. I don't know. Like,
and it really means a lot too when you guys paid for that. And the only reason it's happening is because you guys are rich and paid for it. How much you want to bet they made a donation to the University of Michigan wrestling program and the athletic department and whatever the school needed to help Joaquin get on the team? You think he's that guy that's just like, hey, well, we could throw on an extra guy at the 160-pound, 170-pound weight class, and all you got to do is just like try your best, and if you lose, it's okay, because we have another 170-pounder. When it comes time for a team match, we basically, we're going to pick him to represent our 170-pound guy. And you're a freshman right now, so when you're a senior, you'll wrestle. And if he's not the best, so what? We got his money. You know what I mean? We're willing to take a little sacrifice in our team rankings for the, $30 million they donated to, University of Michigan flower landscaping program.
I don't know. Like, I think when you're an actor, you have so many fans and people cheering for you all the time. But when you get to cheer for your kids in that way, it's like,
it's thrilling. And basketball is a really fun game to watch.
Yeah, it is.
Love it.
Now, you and your husband, not your son, but your actual husband, have been married for 35 years.
Yes.
Now, I know that people must say this a lot, but that is a Hollywood record, is it not? That is a Hollywood record.
This is, you'll see, I fashioned my dress after Princess Diana.
The times.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
anyway,
a beautiful wedding photo.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's nice too.
You've played so many great characters, many of which that we love. Who's your favorite? Who do you have the most love for? Which character do you play?
Gotta be Selena Meyer, right? Selena Meyer.
That's our favorite.
All right, then it's my favorite too.
Yeah.
No, I can't really identify. I have to say I love all of them so much, and each character that I've played has brought so much joy and happiness to my life, honestly. I know that sounds pat, but I really mean it. But Selena Meyer was a very complicated and incredibly juicy character to sink my teeth into. That was fun. Yeah.
It's so funny at this past White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Yes.
When one of the journalists, they were up there talking about, what characters, in television would the West Wing really be based on? And they all said Veep is that's like Veep is the show that is most like.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
Is that scary to you?
A little bit scary. Yeah, it's a little bit scary, but it means we're kind of nailing it too. I think.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And you just joined the Marvel Universe, or you've been in the Marvel Universe for a while,
Yes,
right?
yeah, but I'm about to do more of the Marvel Universe next week. Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. That's real.
It's a great character name.
Yeah, it's a great character name. Yeah.
So when does that?
I've done. I'm starting to shoot the Thunderbolts just in a couple of days, for the next few months. Yeah,
exciting.
I know.
And then you started this podcast, Wiser Than Me.
Yes.
So you talk to older women who are accomplished. What led you to choose that?
Well,
area?
It was really just a personal curiosity and desire that I had. I watched the HBO documentary on Jane Fonda, and which is spectacular. If anyone hasn't seen it, please do, because it's great. And I was very struck with how the scope of her life, everything she's accomplished, her in so many areas of life. And I thought to myself, why are we not hearing from older women like Jane Fonda, who's 85? Why are we not hearing from these women who have just like lived full lives, have all this experience, have all this wisdom to impart? Because I think in our culture, a lot of times as women age, they become less visible in a way that simply doesn't happen with men.
Right.
And so I thought, I want to talk to these older women and get their tips. At the very least, give me some tips.
Yeah, because they've been through stuff. They know.
And they open up on podcasts too, don't you?
Yeah, because we really try to just have a conversation, because that's what I'm interested in having. You know, I'm not a professional, anyway, yes, when I talk to these older women and glean their wisdom. And so that's what we're doing. And actually, I have to say, it's apparently really touched a nerve. A lot of people are enjoying it.
We have to take a commercial break, but we're going to come back, talk to Julia about her feelings. Stick around.
It's so good. Still alive from the new film about my father, Leslie Bibb.
Partial
means more expertise, more advancement. One of the leading cancer care and research networks. More specialists means more expertise. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Call now.
Sometimes you just have to get it out, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, the title of my book says that exactly.
What title?
I had to tell it.
You had to tell it?
No, I had to.
You had to tell it.
Oh, no, the title of the book is I Had to Tell It.
Oh.
Has nobody in here read my book?
That was a scene from the new film, You Hurt My Feelings. All right, what's the setup here?
Okay, so the setup is I play a writer, who's also a teacher, but primarily a writer who's had one memoir published a few years back that was moderately successful, not hugely successful. And then now she's written a new book of fiction, and she's in a long, happy marriage. She's been married many, many years. She has a young adult son. And her husband, she has questions. She's feeling insecure about her book. She hasn't heard from her publisher. She relies on her husband for his input, and for like the whole year he's been telling her how great it is. He's been reading draft after draft. He loves it. And then she overhears him telling somebody, her brother-in-law, how much he doesn't like it.
Oh.
Yeah. And her world complete. I mean, he was utterly and totally lying about it, and so her whole world is turned upside down, and the wheels fall off the bus. So it's sort of like it's a very sort of seemingly small thing, but it's very big. It has big implications. It's kind of like an infidelity, but
was he right though? Was he right? Was the husband right? Did the book stink?
Nobody asked me that question.
Not just as a husband, not because I loved your book.
No, you loved her book. Yeah. You love her book.
I did. No, I did. I read every page.
Yes.
And yeah.
And you love my book too.
It's a fictional book.
My book.
Well, was he telling the truth? Did the book stink?
We don't get to that,
Oh.
Mark.
That's
not the point, Mark. Also, I didn't really read the book that she read. Yeah, exactly.
Has that ever happened to you in real life? Did you ever have some sort of
performance or
disagreement with your husband based on some performance of yours where he did not appreciate the hard work and energy? And
well, he always appreciates the hard work, but I mean, sometimes he'll say we are honest with one another, so that if he doesn't think it quite works or something, he'll tell me why and so on. And
did you ever catch Jerry? Did you ever catch Jerry Seinfeld telling Larry David in a room? Like, did you ever overhear Jerry Seinfeld telling Larry David that this Julia girl, she's just not that good. She's not going to cut it. Or like, she's not that good. I don't understand why America, loves her. I mean, we'll keep her. Did you ever hear Jerry telling like Larry David? Did you ever overhear Jerry telling like Larry David, like, I got to tell you, this Julia's just not that great. I mean, of course we're going to keep her because America loves her and the ratings are there, but I got to tell you, I'm questioning America's taste in comedians nowadays. She should consider herself real lucky. Hey, Julia, we were just talking about giving you more time on the season. We were just talking about giving you more screen time.
It quite works or something, he'll tell me why and so on, and I will do the same with his work.
But do you believe him when he tells you why, or do you think
he's honest?
Well, now that you're asking me like that, I do not believe anything.
Thank you, Julia. You hurt my feelings in theaters nationwide Friday, May 26th. Coming up next, Leslie Bibb.
Tomorrow on Live, Vanessa Williams.
Welcome back. You know her from the roles in American Housewife and our favorite, Talladega Nights. And she's back on the big screen with a new comedy about my father. Please welcome the lovely Leslie Bibb.
Leslie Bibb, fresh from the runways of Paris? Oh my God!
Not a cigarette.
Now you are a longtime New Yorker. When did you come here? I feel like you and I probably got to the city.
Yes, but you were working as an actress and I wasn't. I was like, you were working. I was like just studying acting. I started coming in like the 90s.
Yeah, okay.
And I studied acting with this woman, Maggie Flanagan.
Okay.
At this place called William Esper Acting.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
On 3rd Avenue, where you'd be pacing around the block trying to think of an activity before class and like shaking. But I studied acting with this like woman. She's like, I don't know, like 4'11", but she's literally like Wilt Chamberlain. Like you're so scared of her. You're like, she's so big and scary, but wonderful and really.
Because acting coaches seem to know what's going on, right? You know, when you're a young actor, you don't know what's going on.
You don't know your butt from your foot.
Right.
Like you're just like.
And they let you know.
Oh yeah.
They let you know.
Maggie, one time I like went in. I was crying. I was like, I'm terrible. I'm just going to quit. I'm going to move back to Virginia. She's like, oh, I pushed you too far. No. It's okay. It's okay. But one time, because the door was made of steel, and she was like, listen, don't punch the door during an activity. It's made of steel. And some dude was like flexing out and he punched the door. And she's like, I think you should go to the hospital. I think you just broke your wrist or broke your arm. Next day, it was like in a full cast.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah. No.
Physical acting activities.
But I think it gives you like a strong hide so that when you go and you're on a set with a director who might not be the nicest person or think you have something smart to say or sort of dismissive of you, you're like, it doesn't unnerve you. Like you still feel like you're confident. Like you feel confident, right?
We hear you have a new workout regimen.
Oh, I want to know about
this. Do you want to know?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
So, I'm obsessed with water aerobics.
Oh.
Obsessed. And so I was doing this show last year in LA called Mrs. American Pie. And I was like, just doing water aerobics.
I heard about this show.
Like,
it was phenomenal.
Really so I was like, where am I going to find a pool in New York City? 14th Street Y.
Yeah, of course.
It's so fun. It's me and like 10 other 75-year-old ladies.
Yes. My mom does water aerobics.
It's so fun. It's so fun. There's a woman named Ellen, and she's always singing. She's like, Gloria, like she's just because they only play like 80s music or something.
Great.
And so I'm always like, hi, Ellen. She's like, hi, Leslie. She's so cute, and it's really fun.
And it's a good workout.
It's a great workout. It's great for your abs, but you know, there's a lot of chlorine in the pool.
Yeah.
So you're going to come home a little scratchy, but you won't get a disease.
Do you wear a swim cap? Otherwise,
green.
Yeah,
green.
The hair will turn.
It's not good for the hair, but there are a couple of ladies who didn't spring for the swim cap, and they just wear a shower cap from like the Best Western.
Amazing.
And they just do, and there's one dude in the class that everyone really loves, and they're like, hi, Larry. When he gets in.
And Larry's like, hey.
It's so fun, and I don't know. The 14th Street Y is amazing.
Yeah, the Ys in the city
It's
are
really nice.
great.
There's one right up here, like right down the street.
Hi, go.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been there.
Maybe
we with the kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe I'll
Yeah, our
please,
joints.
will
Our
you
joints
please
are getting.
take the both of you in a water aerobics class?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll check in with you. So you got to work with Carol Burnett.
Yeah.
What's the name of the show? Palm Royale?
Now it's called the Palm Royale. And Kristen Wiig, Laura Dern.
Wow.
It's like a dream cast.
It's a dream cast, and Ricky Martin and Allison Janney. It's just like, it's an amazing group of women, and to be in it. But the first time I saw it, I walked in, and Carol Burnett walks in, and I grew up in the country in Livingston, Virginia. It's in the sticks. And I was like the baby of like 3 older sisters, and so they didn't really want a lot to do with me, so I'd watch a lot of television by myself. And I saw the Carol Burnett show, which I thought was happening in real time, but it was just reruns. So I sort of, I don't know, when she walked into the trailer to get her hair and makeup done, I was I mean, I could.
How can you not?
Yeah, it's
How
like
could you
I
not?
fell to the ground in front of her, and she's like, please stop. Too much.
I think she's used to it, yet also
But
like
she's 90 years old.
I know, isn't that amazing?
And like so on it, and so funny, and so kind, and so generous. And it's like Carol Burnett, Tracy Ullman, they were like my everything. It's like I would watch Oprah Winfrey when I was a kid, and like I remember I was watching Oprah Winfrey, and they said that the average couple has sex 3 times a week. And I was like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? And I came to my mom, and I was like, Mama,
did you know?
I was like, Mama, Oprah Winfrey says that you have sex three times a week. And she said, how often did you think we did it, Leslie? And I said, you have 4 girls. I thought you just did it 4 times. I was like, so like that's what I was with. Oprah Winfrey teaching me about sex.
Good teachers.
Or Carol Burnett teaching me
Hey, we have to take a break. But coming up, Leslie tells us about keeping it together while working with comedian Sebastian Maniscalco. Stick around.
Enter code for a spring web trivia, and you can have the chance to win a $500 Bias package from Cuisinart. Just go to our website to enter today. It's from Cuisinart. Just go to our website to enter today.
it yet.
Plus, Vanessa Williams from Queen of the Universe.
The magic never leaves you when you stay with the Disney Resorts.
Yes, mother.
They said I would. Now I can. Watch me. Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Inviting us out to the summer place for the big 4th of July weekend.
Baby, did you say us?
Us.
I thought this trip was for family only.
I know. I mean, I'm so torn between thinking this is great news or that I might be dragging you into an Italian version of Get Out. I'm not sure. Well, yes, Mother, yes. I'm asking him right now. Please hold. Yeah. He's man crying. That means it's a yes. Yes.
That was a clip from About My Father. Tell us about the film.
Sebastian Maniscalco, it's really like a love letter to his father and also a love letter to his now wife. It's talking about he's meeting his future in-laws, and he has to bring his father, who is played by Robert De Niro. So played by Bob, and then he comes home and meets, I know Bob. It really does get me excited when I say Bob.
So you call him Bob?
I do call him Bob. It's very exciting. Every time I do, I'm like, one day he's going to be like, Leslie, don't call me Bob anymore. and I'm going to be like, no. But also my mom and dad are played by David Rashi. I always say his name wrong.
Rashi.
I say Rashi, but it's
Rashi.
Yeah. He's on Succession.
Amazing.
And he's incredible and kind of steals the movie. And the iconic Kim Cattrall.
Oh, wow.
Plays my mom. And we have these great, my two brothers. Yeah, right? She's amazing.
Was it hard not cracking up the whole time?
All the time. Sebastian, he and the writer is Austin Earl, wrote this great script, and we're directed by this young woman named Laura Taruso, and she also did a pass on it and of the script. And it's just so hysterical. And it's like, it's a bunch of crazy characters, and then Sebastian and I are like the two normal people, and these two families converging, and they seem like very different people, but really they're the same. You know,
I interviewed Sebastian
for
my
description of
podcast, and he was saying that he knew he wanted you for the role of his wife since you guys shot Tag.
Yes, he married me and Jeremy Renner.
Right.
And it was his first job, and he was so nervous. But we met, and then he came to Renner's house for a party with Lana.
Yeah.
And I didn't spend a great deal of time with them, but when I had to do my screen test with him, I remember thinking, I have to create something with him. And you never know, chemistry is a very elusive thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. With you two, it worked out great.
But you have it with everybody.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I'll tell you somebody I didn't have.
Okay, all right. I want to hear.
Thank you, Leslie. The new film, About My Father, is in theaters Friday. Next, we have what's that? Your favorite?
Yeah, how to vote for your favorite American Idol finalist so they can perform here on our show. Words missing from the topic.
That's okay. Hey, give him a raise. Give him an extra $10,000 a month.
A performance by Ian Tongi, the newly named American Idol.
As someone living with type 2 diabetes, I want to keep it real and talk about some risks. With type 2 diabetes, you have up to 4 times greater risk of stroke, heart attack, or death. Even at your A1C goal, you're still at risk, which if ignored could bring you here. May put you in one of those, or even worse. Too much? That's the point. Get real about your risks and do something about it. Talk to your healthcare provider about ways to lower your risk of stroke, heart attack, or death. Learn more at getrealaboutdiabetes.com.
Dust and debris can leave your carpets, upholstery, and more looking dull and dirty. Stanley Steamer certified technicians can remove.
What the hell is this shit? You're so kidding me with this shit.
So if you need an air duct cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER today.
I have to get our story straight.
Just lay low.
It's gonna be okay. I hate seeing you like this, but I need to know what happened.
And what if you don't like what you hear?
Cruel Summer. Season premiere June 5th on Freeform and stream on Hulu.
Welcome back. Last night, E.M. Tongi was named the newest winner of American Idol, and now we're giving you the power to choose which top finalists you want to see take the spotlight one more time for Live's American Idol Encore.
We have partnered with Verizon and it's new My Plan. Go to our website, livewithkellyandmark.com now, and let us know which finalist you think should perform here on Live. We'll reveal the winner on Wednesday's show, so make sure you do that. We'll be right back.
Live is partnered with Verizon and its new My Plan. Together, we're putting the fans in charge. Go to our website now to tell us which American Idol finalist should perform next week right here on Live.
Oh, we got a little scandal.
It's pretty simple.
Plus, superior nutrition.
This is from Darlene.
Oh, hey, Darlene, can you do me a favor and
Hey, welcome to the inbox.
Yeah.
This is from Darlene Crisco from Easton, Connecticut. This woman sat in front of me at the Boys in the Band show. The usher got me a booster seat. We had booster seats, but they...
No, they had booster seats, and I said, I'm going to get booster seats, and you said, no, that's embarrassing.
Now, if they had phone books, I would have sat on a phone book.
Nancy Gerard from Maston Mills, Massachusetts says, my husband used to have a death grip on the TV remote. I don't know how many sports games and Bigfoot shows I watched as he slept like a baby in his chair. Infuriating. A light bulb went off one day and I marched myself down to my cable store and asked for another remote. As soon as he closes his eyes, I switch immediately to Bravo. Doesn't matter, he'll switch right back. Hey, on tomorrow's show, Vanessa Williams will be here.
And a performance from the new American Idol winner, E.M. Tongi.
If you have to call an 800 number to talk to your attorney, you'd probably call the wrong.
Go back to the things you enjoy most. Call now at It's Monday, May 22nd, and The View starts live right now.
Today's kids are growing up immersed in a culture where everyone's a victim.
All of the hot topics on your mind are on the table.
Being able to hear my national anthem, see my flag, I definitely want to stand.
Plus, an all-new Oprah Daily edition of View Your Deal. Here come Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Anna Navarro, Joy Babe.
Oh, we didn't make it to see the intro. I was curious what color shoes Whoopi was wearing.
Can examine the body.
All right, you guys. Well, that was it for episode 100. No, I don't know. What the fuck is this? Episode 26? 27? 26, season 1. That was it. All right, you guys. Make sure to do what you do. And, man, can't wait to start my own dry cleaning business so I can move on up to the east side. All right, until next time, remember, your touch is your love. So love someone many different ways. All right, you guys, I'm Kelly Consuelos. Your touch is your love. All right. Bye-bye. Te quiero mucho. I love you.